Everyone, we are group 10. And do you know what is a social culture? Psychologists use many different approaches that work together to understand and explain human behavior. The social cultural perspective is one approach to understand why human behaves the way they do. The social cultural perspective seeks to understand human behavior and personality development by examining the rules of the social groups and subgroups in which the individual is a member. These rules are often unwritten guidelines that direct a person's action. Now let our group members to introduce the relationship between tourism and the social culture.
The social cultural impacts of tourism described here are the effects on host community of direct and indirect relations with tourists, and of interaction with the tourism industry. For a variety of reasons, host community often are the weaker party in interactions with their guests and service providers, leveraging any influence they might have. These influences are not always apparent as they are difficult to measure, depends on value judgments and are often indirect or hard to identify. When tourism brings about changes in value systems and behavior and thereby threaten indigenous identity. Furthermore, changes often occur in community strategy, family relationships, collective traditional lifestyles, ceremonies, and morality. But tourism can also generate positive impact as it can serve as a supportive force for peace, foster pride in cultural traditions, and helps avoid urban relocation by creating local jobs. As often happens when different cultures meet, social cultural impacts are ambiguous. The same objectively described impacts are seen as beneficial by some groups and are perceived as negative or as having negative aspect by other stakeholders. I would like to let Sale introduce some social cultural issues of America that can influence local tourism.
Many tourists have complained about feeling victimized and frustrated by the increased security measures, which has been even included the removal of shoes. Since Richard Colvin raid, Aka the shoe bomber tried to destroy American airline Flight 63. As if that isn't enough because of Omar Farag Abdumtalab, Aka the underwear bomber, many airports have adopted full body scanners, although they have been pulled from JFK and LaGuardia in New York because of privacy concerns. Currently, there are nearly 250 full body scanners at 37 U.S. airports. In 2007, AFP reported the number of foreign visitors to the United States have plummeted since the September 11, 2001, New York and Washington because foreigners don't feel welcome. Tourism professionals said. Since September 11, 2001, the United States has experienced a 17% decline in overseas travel, costing America $94 billion in lost visitor spending, nearly 200,000 jobs and $16 billion in lost tax revenue, the Discover America Advocacy Campaign said in a statement. Had equally sobering statistics, reporting that the U.S. lost $606 billion in tourism since 9/11. U.S. market share of the global travel market dropped from 17% in 2000 to 12.4% in 2010 during a time in which global long-haul travel grew 40%. Two of the issues that were caused by gun problem include a decrease in tourism due to rising gun-related violence, as well as the increase in gun violence due to unrestricted and loose gun control laws. These are two social and political issues that are affected by the increase in gun violence and the lack of gun control in the United States. This needs to be addressed not only for the safety of the United States, but also for the prosperity of the country as well. As far as we're concerned, the Congress of the United States should accept more detailed and effective resolution of gun issues from the public and consider, instead of existing so-called human rights. Weak policies like allowing students and teachers in campus carry guns, double-check the backgrounds of the gun holders are not going to solve the problem. On the contrary, if there's any argument between students or teachers in the school, carrying guns will increase the level of danger.